Hey Nick, what brings you in?
So I feel like lately I have been eating out a lot, and it's just because I have not a lot of time on my hands with school and work, which kind of leads me to eating out and not eating as healthy.
Okay, what do you mean by not eating healthy? Like, what do you define as not healthy?
Eating a lot of meals that are fried or not cooked by me, so I don't know exactly what's in it. I do track what I eat, and so I end up going over my macros a lot, by a lot whenever I eat out. So yeah.
How long have you been tracking your macros or tracking just your food in general?
Probably once I started going to school, just because I knew that time would be an issue in trying to meet my nutritional goals.
So has this been like an ongoing issue since you started school, or is it you just started realizing now?
I think because this is my second semester, and so I think the first semester I wasn't as conscious of it because it was like a new thing to me going to a university and getting used to it. But now it's my second semester, and I feel like I'm more conscious of how much I've been eating out.
Okay, so is this like you want to track your macros because you want to be healthy, or you're trying to like maintain a certain physique, or like what are you trying to do with this whole change of diet?
I think it's mainly for staying healthy, just to feel good. I do work out a lot, and I do play rugby.
Okay.
So I think to a certain extent it is to maintain a certain physique, just so that I can be leaner and perform well in rugby.
Have you seen that like eating out or eating these not healthy foods have like changed your performance in any way, or is it you just?
So sometimes when I eat out too much, I'll feel a little sluggish, and I'll find like towards the end of the week that I feel like sluggish and like unmotivated to either work out or do something like training or practice something for rugby.
So you sorry, you kept on saying sluggish. So is that like low on energy, or you just like actually feel slow when when you're in your practices, or?
I feel like it's more of like the unmotivated to want to go to the gym.
So it's more like you're mentally just you don't want to do anything.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I feel like when I eat out, it's more like I feel like when I eat wholesome foods, I'll be a little bit more energetic, and then when I eat eat out to like fast food and things like that, I'll be like more tired. I feel tired and, like I said, less motivated to train. Or
so where are you getting these not healthy foods? Like close to campus? Or are you close to home, or?
Mainly on campus.
Okay.
That's where I spend most of my time, and then occasionally after work, where I just know that I don't have anything fixed for me at home, and I'm really hungry after work, and I'll go and just kind of get something fast because I'm really hungry and I don't feel like making a.
Okay, so where, like, do you have any specific examples or any frequents that usually go near campus, or?
And on campus, I'll go to Steak and Shake.
Okay.
And I'll go to Panda Express every now and then. Occasionally, I'll go to Subway.
Okay.
But those are like my go-tos.
Do you like have any information on healthier options on campus, or do you have any?
Not really.
Do you know of any?
Not really. I tend to go to those, but then I know that there's healthier options, like in there's, I forget what it's called, but there's like almost like a little spot where they sell like sandwiches and things of that nature, but they seem to be a little bit more higher priced,
So are you?
and smaller portions.
So is the money a factor in your decisions for these, or do you?
Not necessarily, but I feel like for a sandwich, you know, I'd rather get the bang for my buck. So where I can go to Panda and pay that same price and I get like a whole tray of.
And it's your food preferences, nothing like that comes into play.
No,
Your
I'm
decisions.
pretty open to anything.
Okay. Have you tried to like change your diet, or have you tried anything to like address this problem? Like, have you ever tried meal prepping? Have you tried maybe just cooking at like in the morning so you have something when you're ready to eat at night, or like just prepping snacks or anything like that? Have you tried?
So I've tried meal prepping on the weekends. The only thing that I don't like about that is that once I get to like Wednesday, a lot of that food that I had saved over isn't as good, you know? And I have really no time during the week to meal prep, to sit down and make a bunch more food. So I'll stay a little on track in the beginning of the week, but it's like
Then
towards the end.
So what is it that you meal prepped before when you did try this?
I do a lot of like ground turkey, chicken. Every now and then I'll do ground beef. Mainly the things that are on sale. And then I'll do like a vegetable, and then I'll cook like a big pot of rice that will last me like the whole weekend. Or I mean not weekend, the whole week. Just so that it's easy to throw in.
Okay. So when you eat out, is it usually during the day, or is it at nighttime when you come home? Like, are you more concerned about breakfast, lunch, or dinner, basically? Which ones are you more prone to like wanting to go get something else?
Probably lunch.
Lunch,
Because that's where I'm stuck on campus and I don't know too many options for healthier eating.
Okay. So you had just talked about just getting tired of your food in the middle of the week. So that's because of like the freshness, right?
Yeah, mainly the quality. Like when I meal prep on Sunday or Saturday, when Wednesday comes around, like I would be willing to eat that food, but the quality is just not as good.
Okay, and are you talking about any specific food group, or are you talking about like the meat or the rice, or just the entire thing?
The entire thing. I feel like the protein is a little like drier. The rice and the potatoes and all that doesn't really hang around too long, and the vegetables get really soggy.
Okay. What kind of vegetables do you usually prepare? Just out of
Broccoli, some zucchini, things like that.
And how do you prepare the proteins usually?
The proteins, I usually use a grill, an oven. Every now and then I use a crock pot, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. Have you ever considered freezing, or did you ever try freezing your food?
I haven't.
Well, that would be an option to help preserve just the freshness or the taste at least, so just to kind of make it more tolerable during the middle of the week. Would you be open to that maybe?
Definitely. I never thought of that.
Also another option is, I'm not sure you can answer this actually, how much time or how much energy do you really have when you come home from like whatever it is that you do during the day?
Towards the end of the day, I'm relatively tired. I have school and work pretty much all day. I usually get home around like 9 or 10 o'clock.
So you usually do like homework and work, but you don't just like knock out right away when you get home?
Yeah, not necessarily.
So would you be able to kind of like delegate maybe an hour at night sometime during the week? In the middle of the week?
Yeah, I think I could do that. I think I'd be able to fit that in.
Yeah. Just a suggestion or an option is also you can pre-marinate whatever protein or just prep or cut whatever vegetables that you want in the middle of the week, and then all you really have to do, or what you can possibly do, is set the oven and just put it in while you're working, and then it'll be ready in the middle of the week.
Okay. I don't think I've ever thought of that, but yeah.
Yeah, because grilling gets pretty involved, right? So, you know, cooking, and then you're already in it, so you don't really have much time to do anything else.
Right.
But I mean, you put it in the oven, you just wait. So
Okay.
I don't know if that might be a nicer option either.
No, I definitely could do that. I could do that while
Yeah.
I'm studying at night,
Yeah.
and just kind of keep an eye on it, set a timer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So with your working out, usually how's your schedule looking like during the week, like per day, between what school and then your rugby practices and all of that, and then your homework and all of that? Like, is it pretty busy? Can you like kind of roughly describe how it plays out?
It's pretty busy. I get to school at about 8 o'clock pretty much every day.
Okay.
And then I'll usually leave there about 3 or 4 o'clock, and then I have work until about 8,
Okay.
and then I train from like 8 to 9, pretty much.
Okay. So it's safe to say that you start your day at like what, 7, 6?
About that time.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you have no problem getting your breakfast in on time, or?
No, I don't really eat too much breakfast.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what do you mean by not eating too much breakfast? Like, what is it?
I
First thing in the
usually,
morning, what is the first thing that you eat?
I'll usually just have a cup of coffee, and that's about it, and kind of just go about my day. Every now and then I'll stop at the student union and grab a
Mhm.
bar, in like a protein bar or something.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's about
But
it.
you said money wasn't really much of a concern for you.
No.
Okay. With that, like, is it just because you don't have an appetite for breakfast, or you don't eat? It's the time thing again.
I think it's more of the time thing. I wake up and I try and get as much sleep as I can, and then just rush off to class. You
So in
know.
college, right?
Right. Exactly.
But so between that, you said do you usually get a bar in the morning, or you just kind of take the
Sometimes.
coffee and then you just let it run?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Usually.
Yeah.
So the first thing, it's safe to say, usually the first thing is lunchtime.
Pretty
right?
much.
And that's probably why you're looking for all these, like, you're looking at these foods on campus, and you're like, man, I need to get some of that,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Would you be open to like eating breakfast, or you really don't want to eat breakfast?
Definitely. I'd be open to eating breakfast. I just don't. I think I just don't make time enough for it.
What's your commute like from home to school? Are you close to campus?
I'm not. I'm about like half an hour to 45 minutes out.
Okay, and you
I
drive
come from Fremont. Yeah,
Okay.
I drive from Fremont. So.
So I think the main problem that we discussed, at least for this first session, is just finding time to like meal prep, and just finding a way to make it like so it's tolerable during the week, so it's not as dry and like